Smart people learn from their mistakes, but wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Gary Vee is a titan in the business world, and there's so much that we can learn from him. And it might surprise you that his biggest mistake, his biggest regret in life, is not directly related to his business.
Yo man, it's Gary Vee. I wish I prioritized my health. I could have slept 1 hour less. I could have worked, this is a crazy one, I could have worked one less hour. I could have done a whole lot of things, but I should have found that 1 hour to do what I've been doing for the last 65 days and prioritize my health.
Gary realized that the success of his business was directly related to his physical health. If you lack the discipline to be in absolute peak health, you're undermining your potential and also the potential of your business. We're going to look at 3 key takeaways from Gary Vee as they relate to his health and how we can use them when we quit alcohol to make sure that we are really living up to that full potential and getting the most out of our business. Let's have a look at this first gem.
Of course it's supposed to be hard. People are like, Gary, it's so hard. No shit, asshole.
Are you willing to pay the price for what you want? You want a 1% life, but you're not willing to put in a 1% work ethic.
It's the stupidest thing of all time. Why should that be easy? Makes no sense.
Building something real takes time. Everybody's impatient. This is not just a young kid thing. The world's impatient.
When I'm on the field, I'm all in one way. You can't be 50-50 working out, 50-50 in your relationships, 50-50 in your escapism, 50-50 in the way you play. That's why everybody's average. You have to be macro yin-yang, micro all in one way or the other.
If you can make that binary switch of like, I'm gonna work a lot. I'm not gonna have excuses anymore. I'm gonna be very patient. I'm gonna learn how to build a business. Then things can happen.
I love how Gary delivers his message. Absolutely no BS. And it's so true. Growing a business is hard. Those first 5 years when you're growing, testing the concept, it's difficult. When you're at 10, 15 employees and you're expanding and you're innovating, you're scaling, it's difficult. We need to recognize this. And if we want that success in our life and we want to be living at our full potential, we need to understand that we're going to have to do hard things. Quitting alcohol is hard. Saying no to that whiskey when it's offered to you is hard. A great mentor told me once, in daily life, you should choose the hard route because that's ultimately what's going to give you an easy life in the long term. And that hard route of getting to the gym, not eating that cookie, saying no to that glass of wine is ultimately what's going to get you into peak health and peak performance. Ultimately, it's up to us to choose our hard. Being successful is hard. Being in peak health is hard. But when we're at peak health, we're more likely to be more successful. It is what it is. Let's have a look at the second key lesson from Gary.
Just making that switch of going all in, not doing tactics. When you asked D-Rock, has he been working out?
Yeah.
I said no. Because you're not, unless you completely go black and white. You agree with me that it is a mental switch, not a tactic. There's no like, you're gonna do this. It's binary. Either you're mentally in the place of like, I take this seriously, or you're not.
Yeah, because life does whatever it's gonna do. You just kind of decide what you're gonna do around it. So, and that happens with exercise too, I think. So, yeah, just go with it or you don't.
1 or 0.
1 or 0.
Gary's clear-cut approach is always so inspiring. It's black or white, you're in or you're out. There's no shades of gray. 50 Shades of Grey did not come into Gary's vision when it was released. And this mindset is vital when we're changing habits, like quitting alcohol. There's no trying to quit alcohol. You quit or you don't. You choose to drink or you don't choose to drink. There is no try, there is no gray zone. We have to make that mental shift for ourselves and just say, I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. Make that mental shift and fully commit to the transformation. There's going to be hard moments. There's going to be moments when you're triggered. There's going to be, life throws us curveballs. It was a difficult situation. No, I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm going to deal with that emotional stress in a different way. In or out, there is no half pregnant, as Gary always says. There is no trying to quit something. You're in or you're out. End of. Let's have a look at the third key takeaway from Gary.
I figured out my health by tricking myself into a system where I was accountable to somebody else.
I genuinely believe this is a binary game. Either you keep yourself accountable or you're gonna be accountable to somebody else. I think a lot of people that struggle with fitness and health and fitness, and really probably in life in general and different disciplines, is they're unable to be accountable to themselves. I figured
figured out that I needed a full-time health person. That was not my full-time trainer, that was my full-time health person, meaning they only worked for me. Period, end of story. That I would make that big financial commitment and that I would be accountable to that person.
A powerhouse like Gary Vee realized he could not do it alone. The value of accountability cannot be underestimated. Having somebody in our corner cheering us on, knowing that they're there, waiting for us, on our shoulders, checking in with us. That level of accountability can be transformational. And yet, Gary took it to the extreme by having somebody with him 24/7. But he knew just how much his health was hampering his business and hampering how he was showing up in his business. It really was a true worthwhile investment for him to reach his full potential. And just like Gary Vee, we need a support system with us. It might be a friend, it might be an expert, it might be a community, but we need that accountability. So often it's more difficult to be accountable to ourselves than it is to somebody else. Remember that accountability really is your key to lasting change. So these are the 3 key takeaways from Gary Vee for when we're quitting alcohol. Number 1, know it's going to be difficult. Number 2, making that mental shift. And number 3, all about accountability. With those 3 lessons, it's going to make our journey to becoming alcohol-free so much easier. Now remember, by making the decision to quit alcohol, you're making that decision that you're going to start living up to your full potential at that next level in your business, in your life, in your relationships, in all of the different aspects of your life. So if you're serious about having success, you've got to be serious about your health. Share your thoughts in the comments below, what you think about Gary Vee. And until the next video, take care of yourself. Ciao, ciao.